Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing great. The topic for discussion today is the common mistakes committed by aspirants during their UPSC civil services preparation. This is a very common query and a very common question that most aspirants will be asking officers while they're preparing because we want to learn from what others have gotten experience from their lives, and we want to reduce as many errors as possible from the experiences that other people have had from their lives. So it's a very good thing that you take an initiative to learn from other people's lives and maybe make your path a little more easier and a little more better with clarity by reducing such errors. The first common mistake that I could think of, like there are multiple, there are so many varieties of mistakes that people commit. So I think we can make a series of videos on it. But coming to the first part, like the very basic things, I will be covering in this video. And the first that I could think of is that the concept of anything under the sun is going to like really get into your head, and you're going to read a lot of books. The initiative of reading a book, like you in the beginning you will feel that if you read a lot you are going to be the topper. If you read more you are going to get ahead of everyone and all of that, but gradually when you get into the reality of preparation, into the constraints of time, you realize that the lesser the books, the more the effective productivity that you have in terms of your preparation. Because कभी कभार आप बहुत सारे बुक्स पढ़ लेते हो और आप रिवाइज भी नहीं कर पाते, so that way your the spending that you make on all of these books and the space that these books are going to consume of your room, that is going to be a real wastage. So reading too many books is a very common error, and most aspirants find it very difficult to control that tendency of buying books on a large scale. But I am a person who strictly followed the policy of less books, more results. So I just had I think not more than one or two books for any subjects, and for those subjects where I did not require a book, I never purchased it as well. So you have to be very mindful and thoughtful, and in terms of choosing your books. That's the first mistake. The second mistake, that I had made a video about current affairs preparation for UPSC, and there itself I had pointed out how current affairs can be not very rewarding in terms of preliminary examination. Like for mains also, you can use it as a reference for questions or which questions will be asked, but then giving a lot of importance to current affairs in terms of the prelims orientation, especially, will not be very helpful because current affairs is a very huge dynamic area, and you do not have that much time to cover the entirety of current affairs that happen each day. And what will give you reward during the preliminary preparation and the examination is the static portions that you cover, maybe history, geography, political science, etc., from the very basic theoretical areas. Those questions which are asked, that shouldn't be missed upon. So this is a competitive examination, and you want to like cover as many areas that most people cover, and you want to don't miss out on all the easy questions, the medium difficulty level questions, and avoid the most difficult questions. So current affairs, I think, usually falls in the most difficult part of the examination, and all the easy and medium questions you can answer with the static preparation. So giving too much focus on current affairs and having a number of materials for current affairs will also harm you. So just a basic newspaper, daily current affairs compilation, and a monthly compilation and a yearly compilation, that would do. Don't go for all the coaching websites that produce the current affairs magazines. They are going to give you innumerable number of data, figures and facts and materials to read, but that wouldn't serve any purpose for you, and you will never be able to revise. So current affairs remains the same, but it's a very huge arena. तो उससे ज़्यादा आप experiment नहीं कर सकते, and what you can do is to look at the static portion and get the maximum results out of it. That is the second thing. Now the third thing is, like I've made a video about self-study or coaching, which to choose among the two. What most aspirants do is that in the beginning of the preparation, like once they have made the decision to appear for civil service examination, what the next step that they do is they go and pay the fees for the coaching institute for a full length, full throat coaching program for every subject, including optional and all of that. But that's going to be a very, very costly mistake for you. First of all, the cost involved is very, very huge, like 1.5 to 2 lakhs. That is minimum. And then the cost of you losing out on your time because you have to come to coaching and maybe not have that self study time. The third thing is that the repentance and the sadness that you will have when you miss out on a lot of classes, because when you don't find it useful, you are prone to miss out on a lot of classes that these coaching institutes provide. And then you'll have a burden of all these added up videos, you'll have recorded videos, you need to see them, then you'll have on the back of your mind कि अरे मैंने ये पे भी किया है, मैंने इतने पैसे खर्च किए हैं, तो मुझे ये दिखना तो होगा, एटलीस्ट टू टेल माई पेरेंट्स और टू convince someone I need to see those videos. So I if you want to go back to that video, you can see whether how to choose between self study or coaching. But then very, very selective choosing of coaching has to be done in terms of what is your weak area and where you need help. जहाँ पर भी आपको हेल्प चाहिए होगा वहाँ पे यू हैव टू अवाइल द कोचिंग फैसिलिटी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल फॉर मी सी सेट वॉज अ डिफ़िकल्ट पार्ट, तो उसके लिए मैंने ज़रूर कोचिंग लिया है और उससे मुझे काफ़ी फ़ायदा हुआ. एंड आई वॉज वेरी वेरी आई एम ग्लैड दैट आई टुक दैट डिसीजन. बट देन I would definitely tell no one to take a full throated coaching unless they need it badly. So please keep that in mind. And the fourth mistake that people commit is that to give your life to somebody else's hand and let them make the decision for you. That doesn't work well for you, because even if you become an officer, the decisions have to be made quickly, thoughtfully, wisely, and by yourself. सो आपको कहाँ पे कोचिंग करना है कि नहीं, और टेस्ट सीरीज करना है कि नहीं, करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ना है कि नहीं, और कौन से न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना है, ये सब सारी चीज़ें आप ओपिनियंस ले सकते हो, मेरे से भी आप ओपिनियंस ले सकते हो, पर फिर भी आपकी जो खुद की डिसीजंस होता है वो सही होता है. सो इफ़ यू मेक योर डिसीजन फॉर योर सेल्फ, दैट इज़ गोइंग टू बी द बेस्ट डिसीजन. आई एम अ पर्सन हु ऑलवेज गोज बाई गट फीलिंग. तो गट फीलिंग से मेरे ये है कि even if the gut feeling is wrong and ultimately I may not end up in the right result, that decision is made by myself. So I'm confident, I'm happy that at least I chose something which I needed and which I decided. So always go by your own decisions, make a very thoughtful, careful decision. किसी एक व्यक्ति की opinion से ना जाइए. You can take opinions, make your own mind, and then make a preparation that you want in the right direction. That is the fourth thing. Now the fifth thing that there are few eligibility basis papers in the examination, like not only CSAT, like the GS2 part of the preliminary examination, which we call as CSAT, that is a qualifying paper. So by the name of qualifying paper, a lot of people will think it's not very important, इसे कुछ ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं देना चाहिए. But that is not the thing. These days I've seen innumerable number of people, including myself during my first attempt, that I did not clear the preliminary examination because of the qualifying paper. जहाँ पे आप GS1 में आपको अच्छे मार्क्स थे, it's very very saddening when you lose out on these qualifying papers, क्योंकि आपने इतने मेहनत किए हैं and you have done very well in your the difficult part of the examination. जो easy part थे उससे आपको you just missed out by a few marks. It's going to be a very costly affair. And even in the main examination, there are few papers like English paper and a regional language paper, which is a qualifying paper. And you wouldn't believe me, but there are 33% of people of the total writing main examination who've failed just for these qualifying papers. Imagine they've cracked the tough part of preliminary examination, come to grab the opportunity of writing the main examination. They missed out by a few marks in the qualifying paper itself. They've not even gotten an opportunity to get their main papers checked. So that's going to be a very, very costly affair, and I don't want anyone to regret on that basis. So definitely give importance to every part of the examination, particularly understand what is difficult for you and then work on those areas. To neglect not any part of the examination is a very good approach. Don't neglect any part. It's a kind request from myself. So these are the basic things that I could think of as of now, like, but there can be many mistakes that people make according to different scenarios, but I'll try and cover a few more areas, like if possible, in the upcoming videos. And as always, if you have any queries with respect to the topics I discussed, or anything in general, you can definitely get in touch with me. I wish you all the best. So up until the next video, it's a goodbye from me. Thank you.